Imagine this. The world is watching, and out of nowhere, a figure emerges. Someone who's not just a superstar, but a symbol of hope, dedication, and global unity. This isn't just any moment, and this isn't just any person. This is BTS's Jin, and what he's done has left millions in awe. On August 15th, a day etched in the hearts of every South Korean as the nation celebrated the 79th anniversary of Liberation Day, Jin's presence took center stage. During KBS's News 9, a segment focused on South Korea's burgeoning K-soft power, a movement that's captivating the entire globe. And who better to embody this cultural wave than Jin? Fresh out of his military service, there he was, meeting his fans with the same warmth and sincerity that made him a global icon. But this wasn't just a routine fan meeting. This was a moment that transcended borders, a powerful reminder that even after fulfilling his duties as a soldier, Jin's ability to connect with people remains as strong as ever. Jin's military journey was far from ordinary. Serving as a special soldier and an instructor at a new military school, he embodied the discipline, strength, and humility that left a lasting impression on those around him. His discharge in June wasn't just a personal milestone, it was a global event. News outlets from every corner of the world covered the story, capturing the moment when the members of BTS, his brothers in arms, traveled to Yeoncheon, Gyeonggi-do, to the frontline division where Jin served, to welcome him back with open arms. It was a deeply emotional reunion, a moment filled with tears, laughter, and an overwhelming sense of pride, not just for Jin's accomplishments, but for the bond that these men share. But what happened next was something no one could have predicted. Just one day after his discharge, on June 13th, the final day of BTS's Festa, a festival celebrating their debut anniversary, Jin stood before thousands of fans at Jamsil Indoor Stadium in Seoul. The atmosphere was electric, but what made this event unforgettable was the raw emotion that filled the room. Jin, always one to give back to his fans, held a hug event, pulling each person into a warm embrace that conveyed his deep love and gratitude. For Jin, these weren't just fans, they were family, and he wanted each of them to feel that connection. In the second part of the event, titled Seokjin on June 13, 2024, Clear Weather, Jin took the stage and gave a performance that left everyone breathless. His voice, powerful yet tender, resonated with every note, every word, as he sang directly to the hearts of those who had supported him through thick and thin. And then, in a gesture that only Jin could pull off, he gifted flower bouquets and watches to all 4,000 fans in attendance. It wasn't just a gift, it was a symbol of the deep bond between Jin and his fans, a bond that has only grown stronger with time. But just when you thought Jin couldn't surprise us anymore, he took on a role that no one saw coming, a torchbearer for the 2024 Paris Summer Olympics. On July 14th, on France's Bastille Day, Jin became the first foreigner to carry the torch through the historic Louvre Museum, a landmark steeped in centuries of history. This was no ordinary honor. It was a moment that captured the essence of Jin's journey, from a young man with a dream to a global icon who now represents not just a country, but a new era of cultural exchange and understanding. Paris Match, one of France's most prestigious magazines, described Jin as a true prince who ascended to the throne 235 years after the French Revolution, capturing the significance of his role in this monumental event. The Associated Press highlighted Jin as the torchbearer who garnered the most attention, while Billboard placed BTS Jin's torch relay at the very top of their 10 things to expect at the 2024 Summer Olympics list. Jin's participation in the torch relay wasn't just a symbolic gesture. It was a moment that resonated around the world. He dominated headlines, trended on every major platform, and became the most talked about figure of the entire Olympics. It was a testament to his influence, his charisma, and the deep connection he has with people everywhere. So what's next for Jin? If his recent journey has taught us anything, it's that with Jin, you should always expect the unexpected. He's not just a global superstar. He's a beacon of hope, a symbol of unity, and a reminder that in a world full of uncertainties, there are still moments of pure, unadulterated joy. And with Jin leading the way, those moments are sure to keep coming.